Hello, everybody. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel for the Friday Night Fights. Tonight, greatest middleweight champion of all time tournament begins with the number 1 seed, Harry Greb, and the number 8 seed, Dick Tiger. It's our first bout in the middleweight division, and we've been doing these Friday Night Fights since May. We've done lightweight champions. Now we're into middleweight, and we will end with the heavyweight champions later on in the year. Just as a reminder for those people that might not have tuned in the past, here we go. Let me just put this on the screen. We had the lightweight tournament. We had the top 8 champions of all time: Roberto Duran, Benny Leonard, Pernell Whitaker, Joe Gans, Carlos Ortiz, Ike Williams, Julio Cesar Chavez, and Edwin Valero. They fought it out, and Pernell Whitaker ended up to be the lightweight champion of all time. We are now moving into the greatest middleweight champion of all time. The top 8 seeds in the tournament: Harry Greb, number 1, Sugar Ray Robinson, number 2, Carlos Monzon, number 3, Marvelous Marvin Hagler. And the reason why the word marvelous is there, he had his name legally changed to Marvelous. Hey, Philip, how you doing? Well, you missed last week's finals, but it's on YouTube here if you want to watch it. It was a good fight. Stanley Ketchel, number 5, Bernard Hopkins, number 6, Mickey Walker, number 7, and Dick Tiger, who I saw fight in the 60s, number 8. Today we start out with Greb and Tiger. Next week it'll be Hagler and Ketchel. Then on the 24th, Carlos Monzon and Bernard Hopkins. And then finally we end July with Sugar Ray Robinson and Mickey Walker. Then in August we will do the semifinals and the finals. And then in September we'll move on to the heavyweights. Anyway, there we are there. Let me remove that from the screen, and we put this other one back on, which I had here in a moment. Here we go. We'll set that as the background because that is tonight's fight. There we go. And before we get started, let me tell you something about Harry Greb. Since if you are not an extreme boxing fan, you might not know who Harry Greb was. He fought at the turn of the 20th century. This information I'm giving you is out of the Ultimate Encyclopedia of Boxing by Harry Mullan, Mullan. It's the 10th edition, it says here. Okay, here we go. Gotta flip the page one more time. Harry Greb was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on June 6th, 1894. He was the American light heavyweight champion in 1922 and 23, and he became the world middleweight champion from 1923 to 1926. In those days, there were a lot of no decisions in boxing. This guy had 305 bouts. Unbelievable. 115 wins. Of those 115 wins, he had 8 defeats, 3 draws, and 179 no decisions. Greb broke all the rules in every sense, it says here. He was a rough and dirty fighter, and his lifestyle was the antithesis of a professional athlete's. He was a drinker, a prodigious womanizer, yet compiled an astonishing record of almost 300 fights in a 13-year career. He scorned training, arguing that fighting so often kept him fit enough. His most famous victory came in May of 1922 when he battered Gene Tunney, the heavyweight champion, over 15 rounds. It was Tunney's only defeat. And can you believe it? A middleweight beats a heavyweight. You wouldn't see that today. And but Tunney trounced Greb in a rematch in February 23. Greb won the middleweight title from Johnny Wilson in his next fight, and his 5 successful defenses included a ferocious battle with Mickey Walker, who is also in this tournament. Mickey Walker, which reportedly was continued later that evening when the pair met outside in a nightclub and they continued to fight. He lost the title to Tiger Flowers. In February 1926, Flowers beat him again, and 6 months later, it was Greb's last fight. He died on October 22nd, 1926, following a nose operation. I guess we could find out more about that. So he was only 32 years old when he passed away. Dick Tiger is someone I saw fight on TV in the 1960s. He was born in Nigeria on August 14th, 1929, and he was the WABA middleweight champion in 1962, and then he held the world championship 62 to 63, lost it, held it again 65 to 66. He went up to light heavyweight champion. He won that in 66. He had 82 fights, 60 wins, 19 defeats, 3 draws. The muscular Tiger lost only one of his 16 bouts in Nigeria, but found it a tougher game when he came to England in 1953 and lost his first 4. But he was tough and determined. The breakthrough came when he stopped London favorite Terry Downs in 5 rounds. Downs earned 125 pounds, Tiger 75 pounds. I don't know why that means anything, but it's in the story. Tiger took the Empire title from Pat McAteer, which is the English middleweight title, then settled in New York, scoring a string of wins over the cream of a particularly tough division. The only real setbacks was the temporary loss of his Empire title to someone I never heard of, and I'm not going to pronounce his name, in June of 1960. He regained it. He outpointed Gene Fulmer, who's someone I watched on TV, for the WBA title, drew with him in a rematch, and then stopped him in the 7th to earn the universal recognition. He lost and won in title fights with Joey Giardella. Middleweights were a great division back then in the mid-20th century, then lost the title to Emil Griffith, who fought many times on the ABC Wide World of Sports. He then moved on to become the light heavyweight champion by outpointing Jose Torres, another famous fighter from the mid-60s. Anyway, that's Dick Tiger's story. We are going to use Legends of Boxing 2. Let's load it up, and enough of me talking. Let's watch the fight. I played around with Title Bout 2, but Title Bout 2 has very tiny fonts and very hard to see on the screen. That's why I like Legends of Boxing 2. It's easy to watch. We set this up as a tournament in the past. I am not going to do that today. We're going to set this up as exhibition fights. There it is. Harry Greb, Dick Tiger. It's easier to do, and I can correct mistakes like having 12-round fights instead of 15-round fights, which we're doing now. Okay, I set this up ahead of time. 15 rounds in the first fight in our middleweight tournament. Harry Greb. There's his record, 105-8-3. It shows with 48 knockouts. 59-19-3 is Tiger's. Greb is going to fight from the inside to start out. Tiger is going to fight from the outside. The Legends of Boxing 2 breaks up a round into 9 segments, and fighters are in their corner. The bell's about to sound, and we're off fighting in round 1. First roll of the dice gives control to Dick Tiger. He's going to throw the first punch of the fight, and he misses. Harry Greb's in control at this point. He's looking to land a punch, and he lands a 2-point combination. There's the dice rolls again, and Dick Tiger's in control. He gets to fight. He's going to connect with a 2-point hook. Round is pretty even to this point with 1:51 to go. They're in the center of the ring, and there's a 2-2 exchange. Tiger in control as we're at halfway point in round one. He lands across to the body of Harry Greb. Back to the center of the ring go the two fighters. It is the first foul check of the night on Dick Tiger. Incidental foul, no contact. 45 seconds to go in the round. Tiger still in control. Combination to the head. Harry Greb circling to the left. Looking to throw a punch. Combination to the body. He scores. Pretty even round so far. Let's see what happens here. Greb's in control. If he can land a punch, he may take round one. And there's a 1-point combination. Possible cut. Dice roll. And there is no cut. Bell sounds in the end of round one. Fairly even round. Our unofficial scorekeeper calls it even. There's the bell for round two. Dick Tiger comes out to the center of the ring with Greb, and there's an accidental headbutt. No one has been cut with that headbutt, so we're okay. We're still in the center of the ring. Foul check for Greb. I mentioned he was a dirty fighter. There's a flagrant foul on Greb. Greb's still in control. Lands a combination. Here comes the cut check. Possible cut. Here it is. And the Tiger's bleeding from the nose. No cut. But there is blood trickling from the nose of Dick Tiger after that punch. Tiger now in control, gets to fight back. Lands with a cross. Tiger trying to put on pressure. Referee has to separate the fighters in the center of the ring. 1:13 to go in the round. Greb in control, and he misses. Less than a minute to go. Tiger's looking to score some points. And he misses. Fairly lackluster round, I would say. To the center of the ring they go, and is an even exchange. 1 second to go. Will Tiger get a punch in? He will. And it's a combination, and it's going to be a counter, and they both score one. The end of round two. Once again, looks like a fairly even round. Take a sip of water here. Ringside scorekeeper gives that round to Harry Greb. Bell for round three. Tiger's going to fight on the outside. Greb's going to come inside, and he's going to be in the center of the ring. David Landau checks in. There is a 2-1 exchange. Dick Tiger wins. Harry Greb now looking to be the aggressor. Uppercut scores 2 points. These are punch points. This is not actually punches. 2-1. Tiger gets the advantage on the inside. Harry Greb is in control. They break this into segments. It's not quite a punch-by-punch game, and it's not quite a quick-action game. It just breaks it up. Uppercut scores for Greb. Greb's got a little advantage this round. However, Dick Tiger's got the aggressive look in his eye and scores with a hook. He's still bleeding from the nose, however. Harry Greb looks to throw a punch. He scores with a combination. 1 minute to go in round number 3 in this 15-round bout. Greb in control. He scores with a 2-point combination. Possible cut. There's gonna be a cut. Let's see what's cut. Minor swelling under the left eye. Dick Tiger's got some damage. 20 seconds to go in round number 3. Tiger comes out the aggressor, looking to score some points on Greb. Scores with a 2-point hooky. Greb has no marks on him. In the center of the ring, the fighters throw punches, but they are blocked, and it is the bell. The end of round 3. We're going to go to round 4. Slight damage on Dick Tiger's face. His left eye is slightly swollen. His bleeding slightly from the nose. The ringside unofficial score gives that round to Dick Tiger, and it is tied on his card. There's the bell for round 4. The fighters come out. Dick Tiger is looking to be the aggressor. Lands a solid combination, but here comes a counter punch. Short hook scored. Both fighters about even. They're in the center of the ring. Even exchange there. So far, it's a pretty even fight. Greb looking to be the aggressor. Another combination. Not really heavy punches in this fight. They're both hitting each other. This may go the distance. Greb again in control. 2-point uppercut. Minute and a half to go, halfway through round number 4. Dick Tiger looking to throw a punch. He scores with a cross. Possible cut to Greb. And it is. Let's see what the damage is. Major cut above Greb's left eye, and that's going to be bleeding. Blood trickling down his face as that left eye is cut. Greb, the number 1 seed in the tournament. Tiger, the number 8 seed. Back to the center of the ring. Both blood on both fighters. Dick Tiger's warned for dirty clinch. He loses a point. Even exchange here in the center of the ring. Fight this close, when you lose a point on a foul or something like that, could be a major difference. Cross is missed by Greb. 15 seconds to go. Greb in control. Combination ends round number 4. Damage on both fighters. They both have blood on their face. Dick Tiger. I thought he took a point away from Tiger. Well, what do I know? That's an unofficial scorecard. Here's the bell for round number 5, 1/3 of the way through the fight. Harry Greb in control. Not a lot of big punches flown. That's a block combination. Slight damage on both fighters' faces. Here comes Greb again, the aggressor. Doubles up on the hook. Dick Tiger looking to score. He throws the hook, but it is Greb ducks underneath it. Still the aggressor. Tiger's going to look to score a punch here. It's a hook, and they're going to be a chin check. That's a big one. It's a solid shot, but Greb just shrugs it off. A minute and a half to go in round number 5. They're in the center of the ring. And it's an even exchange. Even round so far. This one is Dick Tiger's now in control with a minute to go. He scores an uppercut. Tiger slightly ahead in my mind this round. He's still in control, which means he can score more points, and he hits with a hook to the body, connects. Center of the ring, Greb wins that exchange 2-1 in points. Once again, these aren't punches. These are punch points. Somewhat different, but it's an easy way to score the fight. And Tiger ends round number 5 scoring with a hook. That ought to be enough for him to win this round. Excuse me. Another sip of water as the seconds in the corner give instructions to both fighters. Still, both of them are slightly bleeding from the left eye in Greb, the swollen left eye on Dick Tiger, and nose bleed. Unofficial scorer likes Dick Tiger, leading by 2 on his card. Here's the bell for round number 6. Both fighters in the center of the ring, and they throw punches, but they miss. Tiger now looking to score a punch. Connects with a hook. I have a funny feeling this is going to go the distance. Harry Greb looking to connect. That is a punch that Dick Tiger slipped. They're going to be in the center of the ring here. Even exchange. We've had a lot of those tonight. Dick Tiger in control, looking to score some points. And he does with a 2-point uppercut. He's still in control. There's the hook. Harry Greb trying to be the aggressor and connects with a combination. 2 more segments in this round. The guy that scores the most punches is going to take this round. Combination scores for Greb. In the center of the ring they are. Foul check on Dick Tiger. Marginal foul. And there's the end of round number 6. I turned the sound down a little bit. I don't know if you guys can hear anything. If you need it turned up, let me know. If the sound makes a difference, I will turn up the sound. Checking the unofficial ringside scorekeeper, he scored that round even. This is now still anybody's fight. David says the sound's perfect. Thank you very much as the bell sounds for round number 7. Dick Tiger in control. I've seen him fight on the real Fighting Night fights in the 1960s. He connects with a hook. They're going to go to the center of the ring here. Foul check on Harry Greb, a dirty fighter, as I read earlier. Flagrant foul. In control, Tiger looking to score some points. He does. Scores to the body with a hook shot. Only 1 point, though. Greb is going to come back. Greb is missing a lot tonight. I don't know if it's he's missing or Tiger's elusive. Greb's trying to be elusive. Dick Tiger's fighting on the inside in this round. Both fighters jockeying position. Not too much action in round number 7. Halfway through the fight. Tiger scores with a hook. He's still in control. If he scores now, he just needs to break even the last 2 segments. There's another 1-point hook. I think he's still in control. He is. This could be his round. He doubles up. Greb's going to come back. Greb will score, but I don't think it's enough for the round. Unless he knocks him down. Combination. We have another possible cut. And we do not have a cut. The end of round 7. Both fighters slightly marked up. The ringside scorekeeper gives that to Dick Tiger, who is inching ahead in the fight. Okay, here we go. Tiger's going to be inside. Reb's going to put pressure on. There's the bell for round number 8. Michael Silva comes in. Hey, Mike, great show tonight. Enjoyed it. Can't wait to watch the All-Star game. Greb with a cross scores. I really like this Legends of Boxing. It's not a punch-by-punch game, so it's easy to follow. They added up uppercut by Tiger. Dick Tiger slightly ahead on an unofficial scorecard. Halfway through the fight, Tiger's still punching away. He missed the combination. Here comes a counter by Greg. He scores a couple of points. Greb is doing well this round. He's going to be in control one more time. Combination scores as Greb's having his best round of the last 2 or 3, but Dick Tiger now, the aggressor, scores with a body combination. It's not too many headshots tonight. You can't knock too many people out with body shots, although you can get them tired. If you go to the body and the head, there's a combination scored to the body by Dick Tiger. Harry Greb trying to put some pressure on right now. He's going to throw a punch. It's only a jab. Greb maybe slightly ahead. Tiger needs this punch, but he misses it. One segment left in the round. They're going to be in the center. This may go to Greb, or it may be even. No, it's in control. Tiger, I don't know how he did that. The cross connects. There's a possible cut. The damage is nothing. And that's the end of round 8. We're going to head to round 9 in a moment. Still slight damage for both fighters. 10-9. The unofficial scorekeeper really likes Dick Tiger. I don't know if I agree with that. I think Greb has fought a little better than that. The bell for round 9. Here we go. Dick Tiger in control. You know, whenever there's an All-Star game or World Series game, guys, you know, there in the past has been a major boxing event in Vegas. That was, of course, before they took it away from Vegas, and now most of the major fights are in Saudi Arabia and London as Tiger connects to the body for a point. Tiger still in control. In the lightweight battle, he scores with another combination. In the lightweight tournament, the number 8 seed beat the number 1 seed in the opening fight. Are we going to have a replay of this? Will Dick Tiger, number 8, defeat Harry Greb, number 1? Let's find out. 6 more rounds to go. Harry Greb in control. They're both fighting on the inside. The hook is ducked under by Dick Tiger. Tiger now looking to throw a punch. Uppercut scores 2. Tiger's scoring all the points in this round, and he's still in control. Hook scores 2 more points. Tiger's piling up the points in this round. This is his best round of the fight. They're going to be in the center of the ring. Even action, they both score a couple of points. Still in the center of the ring. Tiger stuns Greb, wins that exchange. Here comes a free punch, so to speak, as he stunned him. There we go. Back to the center of the ring. Both of them score. It's even as the bell sounds, ending round number 9. It looked like it was Tiger's round. The ringside unofficial scorekeeper gives it to Tiger, who's got a substantial lead on his card. But once again, it's not official. All-Star middleweight fight after the All-Star game. I could do that. Okay, here we go. Seconds. Giving their final instructions as we go to round 10. There's the bell. Dick Tiger in control. Looks to me like it's his fight to lose. He scores with a 2-point uppercut. To the center of the ring, the fighters go, and it's an even exchange. They've mostly had even exchanges when they've been in the center of the ring. Dick Tiger is in control here. Scores with a hook. Couple of more points. Dick Tiger still in control, looking at the neck. He misses with a cross. It's deflected by Greb. Back to the center of the ring. Even exchange as we've seen most of this evening. Not a lot of big punches in this fight, but they're boxing, and Tiger is doing a great job of piling up the points. He's still in control. He's had that doubled up on that hook several times tonight. To the center of the ring they go. Greb wins that exchange 2-1. And the last segment of round number 10 goes to Tiger. He's going to throw a punch, and it's a good one. Combination to the body. End of round number 10. Well, if you look at those segments, I'm sure Tiger wins that round, and he does. As a matter of fact, Dick Tiger, according to the scorekeeper, has lost one round, the unofficial scorekeeper. Lost round 2. All the other rounds, he's either tied or beaten Harry Greb. As I glance down and check the chat. Okay, here we go. Seconds given, their instructions, the bell for round 11. Here we go. They're in the center of the ring. Foul check on Harry Greb. Once again, a dirty fighter, according to his biography. Malicious foul. I don't know what that does to the score, but I don't think it deducts any points. Greb still in control, looking to hit a big punch here. 2-punch combination. 48 KOs out of 105 wins does not indicate to me he's a big knockout puncher. Connects with an uppercut. And Dick Tiger's 26 KOs out of 60 wins indicates that this is going to go the distance. Tiger looking to throw a punch, and he connects with a 2-point combination. Halfway through the round, Tiger's in control again. Scores with an uppercut. Greb now in control. Gonna need some big punches here to make up this deficit. Scores with a combination. Less than a minute to go in round number 11. Dick Tiger in control. Another 2-point flurry. Tiger in control. If he scores here, he's going to get another round, I think. Combination, 2 points. Greb's defense isn't blocking too many of these punches. And since Greb is not going to be able to throw a punch here unless it's a counter, even though that punch was missed and the round ends, I believe that round goes to Dick Tiger also. We're going to enter round 12, but before we do, no. 9-9, they must have deducted points, most likely for a foul. Who knows? I'm not really sure, to be honest with you, but I will look it up and tell you guys what happened when I write this up in my newspaper article. Okay, we're going to round number 12. There's the bell. Our lightweight action. Fight is missed from the center of the ring. Our lightweight fights went 12 rounds because I hit the wrong button, and because it was a tournament mode, I couldn't change it. That's why I'm doing exhibition mode in case I make a mistake. Hook scores a point by Tiger. So we're going to do exhibition mode here, and it should be much easier to correct mistakes. That cross connects to the head. Is there a cut? Let's see. Nope. No marks. Still the same damage. Been on both their faces the whole fight. Another foul check. Greb could lose some points here. Flagrant foul. It's a 1-point deduction. That is not going to help him since he's behind on points already. Dick Tiger in control. He just piles up the points. I don't recall him being this good a fighter, but he's fighting great. Greb's got a great reputation. If he gets another flagrant foul, this fight could be over. The referee stops the fight. If you remember what I said, and I'm going to read it one more time, if you'll bear with me, this comes out of the Ultimate Encyclopedia of Boxing. Let me find it here. Greb, I'm going to read you exactly what it says. Because this fight is over. It's been stopped. This is the second disqualification we've had in these tournaments. Greb broke all the rules in every sense. He was rough and dirty fighter, and his lifestyle was the antithesis of a professional boxer. Well, there it is. His rough and dirty style just cost him the #1 seed in the tournament. Dick Tiger moves on to the quarterfinal rounds. Tiger wins by disqualification, 1 minute, 53 seconds of round number 12. Let's take a look at the report. All it is a bunch of numbers. These are the punch points. These are the damages where you see red here. And let's look at the official scorecard. 108, 103, 107, 102, 108, 103. Dick Tiger was clearly ahead by a wide margin. His punch points much higher than Greb's. Foul points, 12 foul points. That's pretty high. Damage in the left eye on both. And there you go. That's it. Anyway, this is the first fight. This was Harry Greb versus Dick Tiger. I will write this up. It'll be on my Facebook page. I want to thank Philip for coming by. David Landau, it's nice to see you on my broadcast. David Landau, one of my good friends from the Field of Dreams, along with Michael Silva, also one of my good friends from Field of Dreams. Anyway, thanks for coming by, everybody. And tomorrow, sometime during the day, we're going to play, we're going to play a baseball series. Let me hit a couple of buttons here. Red Sox Historical Tournament, Region B. Let's see where we are. Whoops, no, we don't
Are you
want
ready?
No, we don't want that. I'll find it here in a second. I wasn't prepared to do this. It's probably somewhere else. Screen, that's where it is. Boxing results. Where's the baseball results? Here we go. Region A, Region B, round 1, Well, how do you like that? Do I have one underneath? I must have hid my own chart. Oh, here it is. 1942 just defeated 1946, 4-0. Yesterday, that's on my YouTube channel. Tomorrow, sometime during the day, when I fit it in, it'll be the 24th seeded 1939 Red Sox versus the 72nd seeded 1905 Red Sox. Anyway, that's it from here. I hope everybody has a wonderful Friday evening, and we'll catch you tomorrow.